Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Hasn't moved a lot, but there is something in the chart that is quite interesting we want to take a look at. Only a quick update because I think we won't see a lot of movement until Wednesday. I did say that before due to the Fed decision, so we might have to wait another day. Cryptos in general here sort of moving sideways, slightly in the red, but nothing really to call out, I think. Therefore, Bitcoin continues to be here in this descending wedge that we talked about in previous. We talked about it in detail. No need to really repeat it all. But what is fairly interesting, I think, is here what is currently happening on the 1 hour chart. So I think we see here something like a triangle forming within this wedge. So again, it's been hardly moving really since last evening, UK time here. So you can draw here some kind of a triangle, which just means there should be a larger movement imminent. Now that could just be a larger candle in the wedge. We have space both up and down. It is a triangle pattern, so a fairly neutral pattern. So it's really not possible to say in which direction it's going to break out. It's anyway in sort of a sideways range, a slight downtrend. But the thing is to see that there could be something coming. We also have little volatility or volume, as you can see here. The volume indicator is just going down in line with what the price is doing. It's just in an apex, and it's just something to be aware of, that there should be probably imminently be some kind of volatility, be some kind of movement here. At least that is what you have to assume based on this chart, right? Because you have this triangle pattern. On the other hand, what else do you have? You have another pattern, which is a descending broadening wedge, which is rather a bullish pattern. Would work out quite well together with what we have here overall in the chart, which is that larger descending wedge. So overall also a bullish pattern, but as you can see, they don't always need to break to the upside. Here we had a descending wedge as well, and it did break to the downside. So it doesn't mean it needs to go up. But for now, this is what we can identify, two patterns. I think what is probably more relevant here is that sort of triangle, just because the price is consolidating, the movement is decreasing, the volume is decreasing, and that indicates we have here an apex. And probably in the next few hours, we're going to see here a little bit of a movement. Again, that could just be a move to the downside of the wedge. That would not be more than 2.4%. which isn't massive, and to the upside 1.10%, but considering that the price has hardly moved here for nearly 12 hours, that is quite something we want to take a look at, and I want to make you aware of, so that you are that you know what you can expect today of today's Bitcoin day. We can see overall that on the daily, negative momentum is constantly being decreased on the MACD. We might get a turnaround here on the MACD on the daily, which could be a catalyst for further price increases, could support my view that shortly we should see here some upside finally in that wave 2 target area, but that will only happen as soon as we break here out of the descending wedge to the upside. So we need to see some upside movement. We would need to move at least above 39.2k as well. That is the next major resistance here along the way. And I think only when this is happening, then we can also expect that move into that wave 2. Everything else, when it's going to take place, is speculation. We need to wait here for a clear signal in the market, because the price could also, until Wednesday, just continue to move down in this wedge pattern. The thing is, the message here is that really we could see some short-term price movement here very imminently, but then also I think we won't see a larger movement or real progress in the chart until Wednesday, until the press conference of the Fed, and until we see a decision about the interest rates. You normally see that typically before these events, the market is kind of waiting a little bit, and then maybe a couple of hours or an hour before the actual event, the press conference, the announcement, then you are going to see some movement here, and that will last probably a few hours, some volatility. Don't panic. There's always a bit of volatility around such a the Fed interest rate decision, that is going to happen tomorrow. And overall, Bitcoin is just in a slight downward move, and I would still expect us to reach here this, let me just move that out, that target area here between 20 to 29K. That is still my primary expectation. And in my view, we are going to go down there. That is at least how it's looking currently in the chart. That can change, and I'll make you aware of any changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should take us down into this area here. Matches quite well also with the Fibonacci extensions for the different waves and the targets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone asked me I should have an alternative on the chart. I do have an alternative here, which would assume that Bitcoin will move up into the area between 55 and 65K, somewhere in here, and then do a turnaround. It is a slightly adjusted wave count, and it would mean that we are making a wave A down here, already highlighted as an alternative wave A, moving up in a wave B, moving down in a wave C. Then had a few comments, how on earth is Bitcoin going to make it to 65K with the current volume? Well, that's the thing, you need the volume for it. So I'm not telling you this is happening. There's a reason why it's only the alternative, and has been throughout only the alternative, just with a very short period where it became the primary expectation. But then nothing happened here after Bitcoin moved above 45.8K. That didn't work. No, 48.5 I believe it was. No, 45.8. But it didn't use the chance to move into this area, so it remains on the chart. It is not dead. It is the alternative scenario, and I can't see it at the moment. But this doesn't mean it's not dead, and we don't need to keep it on the radar. But this is the alternative. The clear primary expectation is that we go down here straight away. Again, not in a straight line, but that you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves I've just shown you. And even in this alternative scenario, we would turn around up here and then come down. I think we need to get into this lower target area. That's pretty much what most altcoins have done as well, to move below their wave A, which was here end of July, no, end of June. That was end of June. That was the low. We then had a wave 1, 2, and so on, and it started to move up. Yeah, so this is currently my view about Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. You can join either on my website, morecryptoonline.com. You can join here on YouTube by using the join button below the video. Or alternatively, I'm very new, we've got a Patreon sign-up possibility. They all give you the same perks. It's just different ways of signing up and joining the community and supporting the channel. As a member, you can get access to the Telegram live chat groups, the Discord server, and a weekly live stream. And also, I'm currently uploading my trading course to the website. I publish 1 video per week. It's currently, as I said before, an early bird offer. And as a channel member, you get an additional discount. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.